Hey everyone, welcome back to Tan's Top 10 channel. So in my previous video, I told you guys that with the Oscar nominations being announced this Tuesday that I wanted to do a little series of videos from the 1990s to the 2010s, taking all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture and going through each year and deciding which movie I think should have won Best Picture. My previous video I did the 90s. Now this video I'm going to be doing the 20s, 2000s, not 20s, 2000s, sorry. So starting off with the year 2000 ceremony, the nominations, so these are movies that came out in 1999. The nominations for that year were The Sixth Sense, pretty great movie, a lot of people still talk about it. The Insider, directed by Michael Mann, a lot of people consider that to be one of his best movies. The Green Mile, very good movie, especially with the performance by Michael Clark Duncan. I am having a hard time talking today, guys. I'm sorry. The Cider House Rules, not a lot of people talk about that movie. But the winner of that year was American Beauty. A movie I really like. A little creepy to watch nowadays with, the whole Kevin Spacey ordeal. And yeah, he's an asshole. Very difficult to watch this now, but it's still a really well-made movie. Really funny. Just a little creepy, but I'm fine with it winning. If I had to pick, The Sixth Sense would have been pretty cool. The Insider would have been nice to see Michael Mann get some love from the Oscars. Green Mile, any of those. Cider House Rules, I'm glad that didn't win. Moving on to the year 2001, the nominations for that year were Traffic, Aaron Brockovich, both movies directed by Steven Soderbergh, so that's pretty cool. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Chocolate, and the winner was Gladiator. That's going to be my pick for what I would have wanted Best Picture to be. I'm glad it won. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon would have been pretty cool to see win as well, a foreign film. Traffic as well. Aaron Brockovich, it's more of Julia Roberts' performance than the movie that gets the love. And Chocolate, not a whole lot of people talk about that, so Gladiator I think was a good win. So moving on to the year 2002, the nominations for Best Picture that year were, I always have such a hard time saying this, Moulin Rouge. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I've never seen that movie. The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. In the Bedroom, a movie I've never even heard of, no idea what it's about. Gosford Park, and the winner was A Beautiful Mind. You guys know what I would choose for Best Picture that year. Fucking Fellowship of the Ring. Lord of the Rings are my favorite movies of all time, so I'm picking Lord of the Rings. I honestly think it's probably the best movie out of those movies. I mean, Moulin Rouge, a lot of people are kind of mixed on that. In the Bedroom, never even heard of it. Never heard anyone talk about it. Gosford Park, I heard about. I heard it's good. And A Beautiful Mind, just not the biggest Ron Howard fan. So I'm going Fellowship of the Ring. Moving on to the year 2003, the nominees that year were The Pianist, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, The Hours, Gangs of New York, and the winner was Chicago. I am not okay with Chicago winning. A fucking musical, I'm just not a big musical guy. So, out of those movies, I'm glad the fucking Pianist didn't win. Fuck you, Roman Polanski. I'm going either Two Towers, which is probably my least favorite out of the trilogy, but I mean, they're still my favorite movies of all time. So, I'm either going Two Towers or I'm going Gangs of New York. I think this is one of Scorsese's most underrated movies. I love this movie. It's very Oscar-y. You know, you got big performances. Also a time period movie. But it's just an awesome movie. I think it's really good. The Hours, no one talks about. That's more Nicole Kidman, and I believe that's Meryl Streep, if I'm wrong. In Chicago, just not a lot of people talk about that movie. So I think Two Towers or Gangs of New York would have been my picks easily. Moving on to the year 2004, the nominees were Seabiscuit. Kind of weird that got nominated for Best Picture. Mystic River, Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Lost in Translation, and the winner, fucking finally, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. You guys know I'm okay with that one winning. I'm so glad that one got nominated for 11 Oscars and won 11 Oscars, tied for the most ever, so that's awesome. But I also think that Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, super underrated movie. I think this also had a possibility of winning, especially out of all those nominees. Lost in Translation is a good movie, but I think that's more for the screenplay and Bill Murray's performance. Mystic River is good. I just don't see that being a Best Picture winner. And Seabiscuit, nah. All right, on to 2005. The nominees for Best Picture that year were Sideways, Ray, Finding Neverland, The Aviator, and the winner was Million Dollar Baby. I own Million Dollar Baby. It's just in a big collection, so I don't really want to be holding that up. I'm fine with Million Dollar Baby winning. You know, it's nice to see Clint Eastwood up there again at the Oscars. The Aviator, also another Scorsese movie. Probably not one of his best, but I think that's more for DiCaprio's performance. That movie's remembered by. Finding Neverland, that's just weird that that's nominated for Best Picture. Same with Ray. Ray is so much more the performance of Jamie Foxx. I don't know why Ray is nominated for Best Picture. And Sideways, I own it. I want to watch it, so I can't really talk about that one yet. So, Million Dollar Baby, I'm fine with that one winning out of those nominees. Oh boy, year 2006. One of the most controversial years at the Oscars. The nominees for that year were Munich, Good Night and Good Luck, Capote, Brokeback Mountain, and the winner, Crash. Yeah. I don't hate Crash. I don't love Crash. It's such a fine movie. It's fine. It has no fucking reason to be anywhere near the Oscars. That movie should not have sniffed a single Oscar. But it won Best Picture. I don't know how. Look, in Munich, that would have been awesome to win. Good Night and Good Luck. I believe that was directed by George Clooney. That would have been pretty cool. Capote, I think that's more Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance. That movie's recognized for. But the clear winner should have been Brokeback Mountain. You got Ang Lee, however you want to say his name, directing a Western. That was probably the best movie of that year. Then, especially out of these ones, Brokeback Mountain definitely should have won. Fucking any of these movies should have won over Crash. So I think we can all agree with that. All right, the year 2007. Pretty weak Oscars year. Pretty good year for movies though. They just didn't nominate the right ones. So the nominations: The Queen. That's more for the performance. I don't know why that's nominated for Best Picture. Little Miss Sunshine. Fine. If you want to nominate that for screenplay, I believe it won for screenplay actually. Letters from Iwo Jima, Clint Eastwood, up there again. Babel, and I'm so glad The Departed won out of those movies. So The Departed, fucking great. It is so nice to see Martin Scorsese winning an Oscar. Great for him. He should have won it for other movies, but I'm super glad he won it for The Departed. I also think the movie Children of Men should have been fucking nominated here at least over The Queen. Out of all those movies, I think Children of Men is way better than all those except The Departed. So they just nominated bad movies that year, except for The Departed. They got that one right. Oh, the year 2008, one of the hardest Oscars years ever. The nominees for that year: There Will Be Blood, Michael Clayton, Juno, Atonement, and the winner, No Country for Old Men. This was the year 2007 is one of the best years in movie history. I think it might be my favorite year in movie history. No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood. I would have loved either of these to win. No Country for Old Men did win, but I would have been perfectly fine with There Will Be Blood winning. Also, Michael Clayton, great movie. I think that's more for George Clooney's performance and the screenplay as well. And Tilda Swinton, I believe, won the Oscar as well. Juno, I don't know if that movie holds up as well. Atonement, big period piece movie, so not surprising to see that up there. They should have been nominating Zodiac. Zodiac did not get a single fucking Oscar nomination, guys. Nothing. I don't get it. That movie should have been on this list. Assassination of Jesse James. that should have been on here. Gone Baby Gone, Eastern Promises. There's so many movies that should have been on this list. It's a great year, stacked year. I think they did really well, though, with No Country for Old Men. Either that or There Will Be Blood. Oh, boy. And the year 2009 for the Oscars. What a fucking weak year. The nominees that year, if you guys don't know any of these movies, I wouldn't be surprised. The Reader, I know that's the one that Kate Winslet won an Oscar for. Milk. Does anyone talk about the movie Milk? Frost Nixon. Never had a conversation with anyone about that movie. Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Why is David Fincher getting that? Why is that the David Fincher movie getting nominated? And the winner was Slumdog Millionaire, a movie that I think is fine. But guys, this is the year The Dark Knight came out. Now, I've lessened my love of Dark Knight, but it's obvious that that should have won Best Picture that year. That was the biggest movie of that year. It was probably the best movie of that year. The Oscars fucking changed. The Dark Knight changed the Oscars. The Oscars used to nominate 5 movies for Best Picture. After The Dark Knight wasn't nominated, they expanded the category to 10 nominations. That's how pissed off people were that The Dark Knight didn't get nominated. And it should have won. That's clear to this day that The Dark Knight should have won. These movies, The Reader, Milk, Frost Nixon, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, no one talks about those movies. Slumdog Millionaire, it's fine. Out of all those movies, it's probably the best one. Dark Knight just should have won. I'm done bitching about it. Well, guys, that's it for this video. Those are my thoughts on the 2000s Best Picture nominees and the movies that won. Please share down below what you think should have won each year. Some of your favorite movies of that decade as well. And please look out for the next video, the 2010 Oscar years and the winners there. That should be up shortly. I'm going to get that edited as well. So please like, share, and comment below. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.